Welcome. So I thought I'd talk today about what a journey is, and maybe a little bit about what keeps us from really being on it. So, one of the things is that our journey is really a return back to ourselves. What does that mean, a return back to ourselves? The journey back to ourselves is really a return to our hearts, to our souls. Really to being in alignment on this planet and walking that path as best as we can. So, what is that? Why? Why do we want to be on this journey? So, just to have some background, we are in this realm, and this realm is a wounded realm. And part of what happens is that being connected to our hearts and souls is inherently not accessible, I guess, not it's very difficult to stay connected with the hearts and souls in this realm. Whether we have little experiences that, disconnect us because of pain, traumas, etc. Or they're like big experiences that we tend to have in our lives that really we can't face the shocks, the pain, and we get disconnected. And in this realm, because we as a whole pretty much get disconnected, we don't have the support really to guide us through to stay connected. We don't have every place we go, people grounding us, reminding us, helping us. We often have mirrors of other people who also have lost their connection. And of course, this happens to different extents, depending on our experiences and depending on our who we are and what kind of work we do, internal work or something like that. But the level of disconnection can vary. It's not black and white, basically. So what happens is that what I have seen is that many of us, from that place of pain, from the disconnection, we go to try to find the answers. We are propelled forward. We try to mask up pain as much as we can, even to ourselves. But when we cannot, when we're unable to mask, we seek help. And oftentimes we seek help and we experience some relief. We'll, whether it's going to meditation or yoga or therapy or something, whatever, whatever, painting, whatever works. There's so much out there. And we seek help. We go to different avenues to get support, to get relief. And some of us, we experience relief and we're like, okay, that's enough. I just want relief. I'm not necessarily looking to get back to myself. I'm looking to feel okay, so I can be on this planet in some way that feels okay. Some of us are not built that way. We're, and when I'm talking about not built that way, I'm talking about some of us are really not built to feel relief from those things. You'll feel some relief, but we'll continue to have pain because there's a part of us that is seeking more. It's really seeking more. And that part of us that is seeking more, that is seeking to really live in alignment with the hearts and the souls on this planet, we are going to continue to experience pain as we seek different systems to support us. So, many times I'll meet people who have a lot of experience. They're like yoga teachers and they're therapists and they're people who've done a lot of work. It's amazing. They've done a lot of work. They've cultivated a lot. They have a lot of wisdom and understanding, and they've really sought answers, sought something which they are maybe fully or partly conscious of, but have not necessarily attained what they're looking for. And that's a difficult place to be in. That's a really difficult place to be in because it's really hard to find systems and answers and guidance, really, to support us to walk the path of our hearts and our souls on this planet. So much of this is hidden. So much of this is the systems they're trying to address, but they don't have I don't want to bring any systems down. That's not my intention. That I can speak from personal experience is that part of it, what happens is that we go to a system, the system doesn't recognize, doesn't have the intricate knowledge of this our hearts and our souls, and the intricate knowledge of bridging that with our egos. So we go to different systems and we're trying to find answers. And we do find a lot of answers because, we'll experience a lot, we'll grow a lot. Yet there's something that actually we're still a little lost. And we're seeking. And it's hard. It's very hard to be in that place where we're seeking, and we've sought for like 10 years, we've sought for 20 years. We're just like really been on our journeys. To face that, oh, I'm seeking, and yet something isn't aligning. We create identities. I'm a meditator, I'm a yogi. We create, identities around it. And there's some kind of frustration that we may be feeling inside that we may or may not even want to acknowledge. Because if I don't have it now, I'm going to go into absolute hopelessness. How will I have it? There's no path that leads me back to myself. And it's so what happens sometimes is that there's a part of us that feels like, oh my gosh, I've done so much growth. I know so much. I know so much, and I can help other people. But there's a little part inside of us that's like, oh my gosh, but I'm also still lost. And part of that, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but part of that is the part of us that has turned away. That has turned away from our hearts and our souls. And this part is one of the most, if not the most, painful experience. That is hidden so deep inside of us that we may not even want to go on the journey back to ourselves because we don't want to acknowledge this. So I feel like I really put something big here. May some of you who are seeking, who have been seeking for a long time, may you experience the call for yourselves to seek, and may you have the grace to find the path that actually builds on top of all the work that you have done, that can support you in bringing you back to your home, to your heart, to your soul. And may the ones of you that are like teetering on that place of, do I really want to do this? Do I want to even embark on this journey? May some part of you follow the call of your heart, of your soul, whether it is through pain or through love. That even though you may face some very painful or difficult arisings within you, that this is in service for the part of you that really wants to come home. that really wants to land and live your heart and your soul. Thank you for joining me.